Good day, I'm Stacey Ann Smith, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, December 23. Jamaica is the best country to do business in the Caribbean. The 2014 Forbes Best Countries for Business report ranks Jamaica 64 out of 146 nations, higher than any other in the region. Trinidad and Tobago and Barbados were 71 and 73 respectively. The International Business magazine graded the countries on 11 different factors. In welcoming the ranking, Industry, Investment and Commerce Minister Anthony Hilton said the report served as evidence that Jamaica was taking the necessary steps to improve the business environment. The fight against the chikungunya and Ebola viruses has been strengthened by a $250,000 grant from the Inter-American Development Bank (IDB). Health Minister Dr. Fenton Ferguson said the grant would improve training, surveillance and public education.
We recognize that it has come at a very critical point when much work and the population at large is still contemplating the whole question of the chikungunya virus disease that came into this country in July of this year, and our response relative to the Ebola virus.
The Jamaica Fire Brigade is pushing fire safety during the Christmas period. At a recent JIS think tank session, Public Relations Officer Emilio Ibanks warned against plugging too many decorative lights into one socket.
We have seen cases where persons are plugging up to 15 lights into one socket. That is overloading the socket, and that will result in a fire. So we are trying to get persons to understand, do not overload your circuits. If you must use pepper lights or Christmas lights at this time of the year, try and keep them down to a minimum of 3 per socket. Don't exceed the 3 and don't exceed 5 hours.
In order to minimize the risk of a fire, Mr. Ibanks said decorations should be kept away from lights on a plastic Christmas tree. He also recommended that persons unplug Christmas lights before going to bed. One child welfare advocate is issuing another appeal for greater partnership in the care and protection of the nation's children.
As stakeholders, as parents, we must take responsibility. My stance at the OCR is that I'm going to the communities where the people are. If they're in a shop, they drink bar, they drink rum, we go sit up on the stool and drink water and talk to them. Because that is an avenue if I have to go to reach them.
Registrar at the Office of the Children's Registry, Greg Smith, made the appeal at an information session for child care and protection at the Troy High School in Trelawney. Mr. Smith noted that the collaboration of teachers, parents, community members, private and public sector organizations was essential in safeguarding children against abuse and ensuring their holistic development. 3 new classrooms have been built at the Boundbrook Primary School in Port Antonio at a cost of $11.5 million. The expansion increases the number of classrooms to 11 and was carried out with grant funding from the government of Japan. One of the new classrooms is being converted into a resource enrichment center to cater to the needs of students who have learning challenges. Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaites thanked the Japanese government for the donation, saying it will help advance larger plans for the school.
One of our chief purposes in coming to Boundbrook, in addition to celebrating the opening of the classrooms, is to plan what is really necessary in order that Boundbrook Primary can come off shift by June of 2016.
And finally, Jamaicans are being encouraged to explore local resort and attraction offerings, which will help to improve the country's economy.
Staying in Jamaica on a vacation is important for economic growth. In the same way, eating what we grow. Every visit at a hotel consumes 6 eggs a day. Between the 2 in the morning for breakfast, when your egg omelette, the fried rice, and in the pastry, and in the salads. It means that every time you don't stay in Jamaica on a vacation, you cost us 6 eggs a day.
The Tourism State Minister was speaking at the recent Tourism Product Development Company Essay Competition Award ceremony. 6 persons received cash and prizes valued at more than $1 million. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Stacey Ann Smith. Thank you for watching.